All right, I'm gonna do my best to YouTube this pond waterfall build. I still have recordings from the last one. Might put them together, might not. That was over a year ago, but we're gonna build another. Let me show you what we got going on. So this is the deck. Nice code compliant covered deck. Still got to put the railing in. I'm waiting on parts to come in the mail. And I'm gonna do some rock steps coming up over here. They're gonna be a little longer. And I have this, like rock wall. I'm not entirely sure what to do with it. It's kind of hard to do anything with them. And you have to do something up top to keep the dirt back. And retaining walls are very expensive and annoying to make, especially when they look like that. So I think what I'm going to do is similar to how I made this work. I'm going to do something similar here. And then you'll have the nice waterfall ambiance and plenty to look at up here. So you're going to do the steps running right along like this, maybe a little longer so there's less height to the steps. Do a little water basin right between the steps and this rock wall. And then we'll do a little waterfall here, a little waterfall there. Maybe some sort of a little basin right here. And that basin might even be a full-blown pond hither. And then a little trickle-down waterfall into that pond. And I almost want the pond to like be offset and have this waterfall turn into a stream that runs into the pond, and then another stream comes out into like a basin and then overflows into those. So let's just try to draw it out and see how it ends up actually coming together, because that's how these things go. Well, that's less than ideal. I threw a darn track. Time to go find that wrench. Well, I got it off, and you could say finding those is less than ideal. Looks like I'm losing teeth out of this thing. So I'm gonna have to find some of these to buy. I'm sure the other one's the same way. This thing runs all over the place, but I think this can last a little longer. Let's find out. Well, as it turns out, the track is bad. 5 of the little metal links in the track broke off over all the, I guess at this point, years of use. So Blue and I are running to go pick up 2 new tracks from this old feller who lives down the road over in Imperial, which is pretty close to where I live, but it's $300 that I really didn't want to spend. So, but such is life. Things done a lot of work for me. I can't really complain. So yeah, detours happen on these projects, man. It's just freaking unbelievable. All right, $300. A couple hours later, in some sweat, she's on there. I got another one with this, but I'm not putting it on until this one kicks the can. So there it is. They're supposed to be a little loose. I think that's about right. And we're prepared for when the next one breaks, because I got 2. Went ahead and moved the machine down here and put the claw on, because we're gonna work here and then go up. When I dig into that, I'll put a tarp down to catch any dirt that falls. But this is the part that I really care about. If I end up with just a little spillway here that makes the waterfalls, that's fine to start. We can build that later when we dig up more material. So I'm gonna start by removing these rock steps carefully. Starting at this one, take this one, and these little guys out of here. I'm gonna try to break or remove, hopefully in one piece, this flat plate rock here, and then we'll see what we have underneath. I'm sure it's more rock. We're just gonna see how deep we can get this to go down in front of these rocks right here. the idea is to not have the pond come out too much past about here. So we'll see where that takes us. Let's do it. That's how it's done. That took all 8 minutes. So, got the rocks out of the way. That bottom shelf rock is not moving. So we're gonna put the rock buster on here and we're gonna see if we can split it into maybe 2-3 pieces, get it out of there. And then you'll notice I'm not moving that one very far. I don't need it anywhere else. But this is what we're gonna try to get out of here. And I'm sure right when I get past that, it'll just be another rock. But sometimes you get lucky and you get a pocket of shale and you can just kind of pick through it. But you never know, because for all we know, that is the top of a boulder like this. And it's really thick. Who knows? We're gonna have to try our best and find out. Sure does look like it's just a flat piece that could be split. Might be able to find a natural crack to drive the wedge in. Let's see what we can do. If I could just get this little chunk right here, that's all I need. This can stay. Well, that did not break where I was wanting it to. Gonna have to come up with another plan of attack. Well, I got it out of there. It wasn't fun. The method was to drill holes in a line and then rock break it. So we're about a foot deeper there, which is great. I'm scooping all the junk out. I'll pump this water down, but that's about where I want that. So let's get rid of all this, dig out the base where the steps are gonna go and where the pond basin's gonna go, and dump it where I need it to go. Alright, so it's been a couple days. We had 2 rainstorms, almost some tornadoes, but back at it. So the shelf rock is out. I got a little chunk there I'll pry out later. It's broken, it's all good. Started making the basin today, and I'm making the stairs into it. So the idea is wall for the liner to sit in, and then this will be stairs, and this is kind of a really complicated deal because this is where your vehicles will eventually drive by, so I have to keep this open enough for that. Don't worry, I'm going to cut into this later for the cars, but this can't come out too far because of that. So I think we found a pretty good happy space. It's another step. It's about 3 feet more this way than it was last time, which should give me enough length to get my individual steps at a happy height. And then we'll go from there. If I absolutely have to, they're rocks. I guess I could put another one here and then do another layer up, but let's see where this takes us. I'm gonna try to get a really big rock down for this next step, which I'm wanting to put right here. Well, it's another day. This will make day 3 of effort being put into the rock stairs. I didn't really get to finish off yesterday because my phone died mid-recording, so that time lapse seems incomplete, but that's just where my phone died. So we'll roll today into this video and then we'll end it off and start another one. But I'll tell you what, coming into projects like this fresh on a different day is awesome. These are coming along really, really great. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything better than this. The only issue I'm seeing here is the distance versus height that's happening. I don't know if I'm going up high enough for the distance that's traveled. So we have run and height. So if you continue that angle off, it ends at about there, which is okay as long as I can split 2 stairs in right here. But I do need to get another stair up there. I don't know, it's hard. You kind of have to feel this stuff out, and I hate doing that because you don't want to get to the end and have it not reach. So, you know, if I could get, I mean, you almost need like 2 more steps to get up here. Well, I'm gonna mess with it and we'll see what I come up with, but these rock stairs are a lot harder than they look, let me tell you. It's a lot of finagling. Let's see what I come up with, shall we? Alright, it's another day, but this is going to conclude the rock stairs for now. It's pretty easy and fluid to walk up. None of these steps are really taller than the other. And then right here, you know, you're transitioning to the deck, so it's like another inch or 2, but it doesn't feel weird. It's nice. I wouldn't recommend someone elderly go up it, but just about anybody else who's not like suffering from mobility issues would have no issue getting up and down this. So the next plan is to start on the waterfall basin and try to get something going on here. I'm having a shortage of rock issue, which is kind of unusual. So I'm going to use the rock that I've uncovered from the pad, and I'm going to use the rock that I uncovered from the B pad and do what I can in here. But more than likely, I'm going to have to uncover some more rocks. I do need to clear this little for cars to come through, and you know, in a perfect world, I really don't disturb this a whole lot. But unfortunately, for cars to feel comfortable coming through here, I'm going to have to go all the way to the blue line, which is going to be kind of odd because then I'm going to have, you know, just like a wall for cars to come through here and then that hold the dirt back. But it's all rock. I don't know. You just have to feel out stuff like that. It's hard to pre-design. But yeah, these are the rock stairs. Looks all right. It'll look better in the future when I fill it in with concrete and get some lights on it and some plants growing around it, and there's water falling in the background. The idea is for you to kind of feel like you're walking up a waterfall, or like walking up in front of a waterfall. All right. Next project. All right, time to start working on the pond waterfall deal. I'm just gonna start working on it. So the method here is get the inside cleaned out of like sharp stuff, and then lay moving blankets, take the liner there, lay it in here, and then start stacking rocks on the inside. I'm trying to not use all of my good rock on the basin. I got some pretty cool pieces that I want to make sure they make it into the waterfall. So I might just kind of start here and stack rocks in the critical areas at like the bases of the waterfall, and then I'll put random junk in the rest of the way. Because honestly, the liner that's going to be on this front wall could just be liner with like really thin rock over it, but like that section, and maybe through here needs to be like pretty good pieces. So let's see how this goes.